The Grand National Championship Series, 28 separate events and a purse totaling more than $1 million. That makes for some serious racing. I'm Johnny Rutherford, and today on The Racers, we're going to get a special inside look at Grand National Motorcycle Racing. It'll be from the best seat going, the driver's seat. Stay with us. In all forms of motorsports, there's a basic partnership that must be worked out between driver and his machine. On a motorcycle, getting around a dirt oval at high speeds means you've almost got to be at one with the bike, an extension of it. Especially in Grand National Motorcycle Racing, like here at San Jose, California. I'm Johnny Rutherford, and today on The Racers, we're going to watch one man's approach to this kind of competition. He's Jay Springsteen, the defending champion. Jay won more races in last year's series than anyone had won in over 20 years. He's part of a factory team that supports a number of top riders.
I've been racing 10 years now. I started racing motorcycles when I was 9 years old. My dad raced motorcycles, and my older brother, he raced motorcycles. So when I first started, we all just more or less just all traveled together. And sometimes we'd all bring a trophy home. I've been racing the national circuit now for 3 years, and it took me, I guess, 3 years to be Grand National Champion, number one.
These pipes won't fit on any of the bikes but this because they're so big.
In any sport, the team concept of cooperation, skill, and hard work produce a winning effort. Each Harley team member shares technical and engineering resources of the factory specialist. A fellow team member and close friend to Jay is Corky. At 32, Corky is considered old for dirt track racing, but his success on the circuit proves that Corky is still racing young.
We're a team as far as here we're all, we pit together, we help each other.
There's a close feeling that develops between men who compete in high-performance racing. Your life depends on that other guy not doing anything stupid or careless.
Down, I'd get his thermal shut off and everything, and I'd set up, and all of a sudden the wind would go whoosh, and I'd push me over.
The youngest member of the factory team is 18-year-old Ted Booty.
Mechanics, they all work together and get a certain combination, and when they end up with something that they think's the best, well, then all three of our bikes get the same thing, and then it's just all up to us, and we get out on the track between the three of us. On different spots, like we'd pick out a spot in the racetrack or something like that, that somebody that we've seen, somebody else has seen, and let the other riders know about it, and stuff like that. Or if one of us has a problem in a part of the track and the other one is going through that part, fairly decent, well, then we kind of get together on it, work that way.
But you never forget that you are competitors first. There's just too much time and effort involved in racing to think otherwise. Each man here is out to wear that number one for himself.
But when you're on the racetrack, you're out there to win just as much as your teammate. And you're not going to go out there and try to knock each other off, but you're going to go out there and try to win, period. No matter who's out there with you.
Dirt track races are not really run on dirt alone, but on a composite surface, thin layers of soil and calcium chloride. The race promoters treat this course with the loving care an artist would his painting. Every square foot of this 1 mile oval is carefully manicured. An entire week can be spent preparing for one race. Jay will walk the track first to get the feel of its conditions. He discusses his techniques of racing.
You just sort of bend it in the corner, and your foot automatically goes out as a rudder. You use your foot as the rudder thing. You're starting to steer the bike with the rear wheel. If the rear wheel will be spinning, and you're more or less steering it with the rear wheel, it'll slide around. Get your feet back up on the foot pegs about right in here, so that way you get all your weight on the rear wheel of the motorcycle, and you're sort of leaning way back on the bike, sort of, and then as you're tucking way in, you know, you can reach down and grab a hold of the front forks or else the front of the gas tank that way, and that way you're just going one-handed. You got your one hand on the gas, and then your one hand down, but you stay really close to the other guy's rear wheel. And then as you're trying to make your pass, you just more or less make a big drift motion out of it. And then as you go back in, you'll fall back in line, and this other guy will get in your drag. You'll be racing like that, and you'll be feeling the wind and stuff off in the other guy's motorcycle, the turbulence, like, and you can feel it, just gain horsepower. By the time you get halfway or down into the straightaway, you're probably going 100 and, let's say.
You got the 2 1/2 inches, yeah.
Half inch.
A veteran like Corky Keener understands the particular importance of the first dirt track race of the season. He especially realizes the potential problems associated with this race.
It's a race between tuners as much as it is between riders, because the guy spends the whole winter working on the engine. He wants to go out here and see it really perform, you know, and if it does, well, that's a feather in his cap. So San Jose in the spring is always the big race for the big bikes. You wait for a long time to get here.
First dirt race like this of the year, everybody's got their own tensed up, and everybody wants to know if you're in shape. Nobody's in shape, I don't think, the first of the year like this, you know.
The track is open for practice riders. What a great day for racing. We got the best and baddest riders in the country here today, professionals. And you know, it takes many years of hard work and preparation to be able to compete in grand national events like this. And this ain't no Sunday picnic either. We're going to see all the great riders today, especially young Jay Springsteen. He's the best, he's the champ, he is numero uno, and he's the guy all the others are gunning to beat. Others to watch include Gary Scott, Steve Eklund, and of course the old pro, Corky Keener.
I wasn't an overnight success like a lot of kids were. I would have liked to, but you know, some of them are, they're 18 or 20 or 22 right now, you know, and at their peak. Well, I'm a little older than they are, but my success just came a little later in life, I guess. I'm having the greatest time of my life. It's work. It has to be serious, so you're not going to do any good, but when it stops being fun, I think that's when I'll have to get out.
We're getting ready for the first heat. The riders are heading for the line. This is Jay Thomas calling this one for the racers. Woo! Look out! There's the green, and they're on the way. Look at them go. 72 Mike Kidd, then 62 Corky Keener, followed by Garth Brown, number 32. Moving fast now. The bike is faster than the eye sometimes. Keep an eye on him, folks. Help me out there. Up front, Alex Jorgensen just slipped by Mike Kidd. And then Corky's right up there, too. See if these old eyes can check those numbers out. They're on the far straightaway right now. You're seeing them really move out, and this is only the first heat. We got some action today. As they come around that far turn, let's see who we got out front. It looks like Kidd is back out in front again, and Jorgensen right behind him. What a battle. That kid can really move. Look at this fight going on. Inside, outside, number 62, Corky out in front of Kidd one more time. This looks like the finals instead of just the heat, folks. Woo! They're moving fast. There's 72 Kidd. He's out front again. I want you to notice the lean on these bikes. It almost defies gravity as they move into those turns. Keep your eye on a battle right now. We're getting near the end of the heat now. Watch for Bouncing Bob to bring them home. And at the finish, it's Mike Kidd, Corky Keener, Garth Brown, and right behind him, Bert Lawwill, and they will advance to the final. Believe me, this is no sport for the weak of heart. Woo! I love it in the dirt.
Stay with us for Jay's heat race and the finals.
This is the final heat. There they go. 4 more riders will make the finals. The champ, Jay Springsteen, number 1. Old Springer, he's really doing it. Then there's 31 Rex Beauchamp and 41 Bill Eves. Keep an eye at him now. Springsteen is a real mover. Number 1, he is the champ. He's out front making it look easy. But right behind him, that number 31 Beauchamp. Keep your eye on them, folks. These are only the heats. Can you wait to see the finals? Wait a minute. Springer's having trouble with his bike. He is stopped. What a disappointment. Jay will be the only Harley team member not to advance, as both Corky Keener and Ted Booty qualified in earlier heats. So that leaves it up to Rex Beauchamp. And as they move, it looks like he's out of it completely. What a disappointment. Out front and all alone, and there's Bouncing Bob bringing him home. Look at this. What a wild man. 31 Rex Beauchamp. Number 5 Gary Scott. And who really came on after that, 41 Bill Eves. A real disappointment.
Jay was out in front running strong when he seemed to lose power and pulled out of the heat. Whatever the problem, I know that awful feeling. Out of the running before you've ever begun.
Well, I think the transmission might have broke a gear. Something internal in the transmission, gear or shaft. No, wasn't that at all.
In Grand National events, the elimination heats are exactly what they sound like, eliminating all but the top finishers. That means that Jay will not be competing in the San Jose Mile. It is an obvious disappointment for Jay. He waited through a long winter with all his thoughts on this one race, only to see his hopes vanish in the qualifying round. But Jay knows that both his own abilities and equipment are first rate. He'll be back winning his share before very long. So with the conclusion of this final heat, the field is set. We'll see 2 factory riders in the finals, Corky Keener and Ted Booty. With Jay out of the running, both Corky and Ted, along with Gary Scott and Stevie Eklund, should be considered as favorites to take this important event. It's bound to be quite a race.
I'm out.